Good evening, rockers. Vegas Rock Goddess here on the Rocks. Total entertainment coming to you live from one hot Las Vegas. It's 100 and I think 6 today. Wow. Well, tonight it's going to be hot. We're actually interviewing an amazing band, Rising Elijah. So let's let them in. Hello.
Zoom in a second here.
All right. So welcome to On the Rocks. How are you?
What up? What up? How are you? Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, you guys are pretty amazing. You guys are blowing up TikTok right now.
Oh, shout out to Henry. That's all his
What's
game.
up, Henry? Yep, you're doing a good job, man. Because I keep scrolling, I'm like, oh, there they are again.
Oh, word.
So, yeah, I'm really glad to have you guys on. I know your new single is Champagne Road.
Yep.
Let's get to it. Like, when did you guys form this band?
So, the band has had a lot of lineups. I joined back in like 2018, 2019-ish. Right, we put our first single out right before like all the COVID stuff hit. So it's just been lineup change after lineup change. Like some of the songs don't even have like the same guys playing on it. You know what I mean? And so we all linked up, finally kind of solidified about a year ago. The five of us, me, Henry, Ash Star, Tony on bass, and Chris on drums. Has it been a little? Okay, yeah, been a little bit more. I got a couple things that I go on. And then, so we cut these new batch of songs as a team just at the end of last year. So last summer we started gigging them. At the very end of last year, we knocked them out, and then now we're kind of putting them out one at a time.
So you were writing these songs during COVID then?
These ones are new. These ones we just yeah. I'm just like from that time, the lineup's just been
right.
Ever flowing.
You were kind of getting it together at that time, and now you guys are full blown. You guys have been on the road as well, opening for some great bands.
Yeah, we're all over Southern California.
Right. So
we played Vegas once. We're trying to get back out there though.
Yeah, Vegas is really a hotbed for metal, and it's nice out here. But I've still been to Southern California. You guys aren't too shabby out there. So, what are some of the bands that you guys are playing with out in LA right now?
So, who are some of the local bands we're playing with? Stonebreed. I know they're out in Vegas a lot.
Yeah.
Rude and Reckless is another good one out here. Yeah. I know I'm gonna forget somebody.
Yeah, quite a bit. We just gotta have to just go and whoever's on the bill, we go play it. Start hanging out with them and stuff. And just try to find the ones that are mostly compatible with the style that we play.
Yeah, Black Star City is another one.
They just popped out again, so yeah.
Well, the music situation, at least for hard rock and metal, is kind of shifting. So, what are your feelings right now on the scene in LA?
Oh, that's a good question.
Actually, like anything else, there's a lot of tributes everywhere, which is playing everywhere, and everybody has their own thing that they're doing. We're just trying to find our niche at what we do because we enjoy just straight hard rock and stuff. That just grooving and just keeps you moving and makes your head bob.
Right, and I still think there's a real need for original music. And, not that we don't love the tribute bands. I have a lot of friends that are in tribute bands out in LA, and we still need original music because there's only so many times we can hear Paradise City done 200 different ways.
Yeah. And check out the acoustic version.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. It's like Vegas too. We have a lot of tribute bands out here. But on the flip side, there's a lot of clubs closing, which is really unusual. Even in LA, there's some clubs closing. I know that for a fact.
Yep.
And you know, thank God the whiskey made it out of that fire, because I thought that was going to be the next casualty.
I
So
think everyone kind of skipped a beat when we saw the headline. Like,
we're like, oh my gosh. But yeah, in Vegas, Vamped nightclub is closing as of next week. I'm going to the last show there, and it's really heartbreaking for the Las Vegas music scene, because that was a really, I mean, Vince Neil owned that club first. And when he moved out of Vegas, he sold it to, you know, Danny Coker. And I think the guitarist from Slaughter actually is one of the part owners of that club. But yeah, it's sad. A lot of these musicians out here are really kind of like taken back. They're like, okay, now what's plan B? They didn't have a plan B. So,
right.
I mean, it's super important. You guys are still out there in LA, and you guys are cranking it, which is great. And what are some shows coming up for you guys?
So we got what do we got here coming up? So next week we're double heading on Friday and Saturday. Friday we're playing down at Stages, which is a really cool venue in Orange County.
There. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool spot. And then on Saturday we're in Corona at Rockefellers. That should be a cool night. And then we're playing. We got the Orange County Fair coming up. We're playing another daytime festival up in Camarillo right after that. Or before that. Before that. Yeah. So we're staying busy through the summer. But yeah, next week we've got 2 gigs. You know, anyone who's out this way.
Right.
Santa Ana and Corona.
So tell me a little bit about your lead singer. I know she's not here.
That's me.
Oh, is that you? That's you. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us. I'm all confused here. It's the heat. It's 106 degrees today.
Oh, you're all good.
Okay. Let's go over the members of your band then.
Okay.
So we can get
I'm the singer.
Okay.
I'm Henry Rojas, guitar player.
Okay. That's a
then
good
we have Star on the other guitar. And then Chris Blacknavar on drums and Tony Guzman on bass.
Got it. Okay. Because Tony was in another band, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Because I think I remember seeing him in another band when I was out in LA.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. But so what are some of your plans? I know you got the new single coming out.
We're kind of just right now we're just kind of all the songs that we recorded, we're kind of putting them out singles, you know, one by one. Because let me tell you, production costs tough times sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of bands are doing that. You know, they're putting on one single every 6 to 8 weeks out. You know, and you're not alone.
And also because, like, you know, when you're a new band, like, no one's trying to sit there to listen to your hour-long opus of an album that you think is so great. You know what I mean? Quick hits, you know, at the most an EP.
Right, for sure. Henry, how long have you been playing guitar?
Forever. Since I was 10 years old.
Yeah? What are some of your favorite guitars to play on stage?
It's all the usual people, you know. It's going to be Ace Frehley, Jimmy Page, Eddie Van Halen, you know, Vi and Zach Wild and all that stuff. It's everybody, but I think when we all just take, you know, from the same person, but you do your own interpretation of it.
Right.
And that's what helps develop your own style.
Yeah, and is Ibanez your favorite guitar to play?
I'm sorry?
Is your Ibanez, is that your favorite guitar to play?
That's my favorite guitar.
Actually, I use a lot of Fenders. I use a lot of Gibsons. This one's just an acoustic. I just happen to be holding right now.
Oh, so. Nice.
Yeah. So we were just messing around. We're still working on some new stuff right now, and
right.
Yeah, 3 brand new songs that we're working on, getting them done. Hopefully, putting a couple in at the fair we'll play.
Now, who do you guys look up to as far as musically?
Well, like he just ran through some of the greats.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm across the board. Like as a rock fan, you know, it's a lot of that, you know, killer '80s stuff. Everything from like the Allman Brothers to LA Guns. As a singer, you know what I mean. I listen to a lot of, like, you know, everything from Sinatra to Lady Gaga. Sometimes, you know what I mean. I'll practice some of that just to get different runs and different textures that you don't necessarily get in other stuff.
Yeah, because it influences it differently,
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially now you do a lot of the songwriting, or does Henry contribute as well?
As far as like the lyrics and stuff, it's me. I'll take input. Like if someone's like, I got an idea, for this or like subject matter, I'll incorporate and whatnot.
Right, for sure. Okay, so what are your plans now? I mean, we're right in the middle of 2025 here, and we're going to be going into 26 before we know it. So, what are some of your plans for this band between now and next year?
So right now we're really trying to crank through the summer. We have the two singles, the Champagne, and then the new song that's coming out in July, Die to Have It All. So we're really trying to push those two with all the gigs we got in the fair stuff and the little daytime festivals. Push as much merch. At the end of that, kind of see where we're at. If we're gonna, we have two other songs on deck, and then we have the new song. So we're gonna kind of figure out: do we want to get these songs out? Do we want to knock out the new songs? Maybe put a project together. Yeah, at that point, we're going to kind of see what's up, but really push hard through the summer.
Yeah, Champagne Road is really good.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I really like it. Like, what are some of your plans as far as who do you guys want to play with? What's your go-to band if you could play with a band, open for a band? Who would it be?
Like a touring band, like a national act.
Yeah, national act. Let's think big, guys.
Maybe like a Dirty Honey. They're pretty solid, contemporary. Ace Monroe. They're pretty solid.
Yeah, that's a great. Dirty Honey's great. I've seen them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've never seen them live, but yeah, they got.
How about the Struts? The Struts is another great band. They're kind of in that same.
I know the name, but I haven't like done a real dive on those guys.
Yeah, they're good as well.
Well, yeah, the Struts. I mean, they're great as far as I've seen them a couple times.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, they open for the Stones. I've seen them opening somebody, and I was like, okay, yeah, that happens. They do their thing definitely. Anybody who's playing an arena, we love to open for.
Of course, but there's so many influences out in LA. Just so many great bands that you guys have played, and Stages is a great place.
Yeah,
the Kings of Thrash there. I know Jeff Young, and I was there hanging out. 2 stages there. Really, I mean, that club is really unusual.
Yeah, I like the stuff. They got the sound is always really solid in there. Yeah, and when it gets packed, it's a cool room.
Yeah, sure. It's definitely. And what are some of your other favorite clubs to play out in LA?
So recently we played 3 clubs, which they just kind of did a whole new like expansion because it used to be like a small bar. They've hooked that place up. Yeah, that's probably our favorite place, like in LA.
Yeah, how about have you guys been to Brick by Brick in San Diego there?
Not as a team, no. I'm originally from San Diego, so like I've been there before, like hanging out. But
yeah.
we never played there.
That's a great club too. I saw LA Guns there. That's another great club. And now, are you guys trying to stay centrally located right in LA, or are you guys willing to kind of make the treks?
No, we're willing to make the trek.
Yeah,
we're definitely. It's just kind of what opens up.
Yeah, for that, for sure.
Vegas, playing in Arizona, playing anywhere we can do it in a couple of hours and definitely do that. So we're not trying to stay here, no.
Yeah, this whole West Coast, down the coast up into Vegas and all that. I mean, there's a lot of territory and action.
Yeah. Like Phoenix, the Blues Bar and the 44, 2 great clubs out in Phoenix.
I'll check
to play. Yeah, really good clubs. But yeah, I mean the West Coast here. Well, I wouldn't say I'm in the West Coast, but I am kind of. Southwest, yeah. Southwest area. There's still some great clubs. And then there's some new ones opening, trying to get the new metal, new rock fans. I still prefer the grungy old bar kind of clubs. I think they just have more of a feel. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Yeah, because I mean,
It's
stages.
not like going in and seeing like stickers all over the place, and it's like, all right.
Right. Yeah, you want to smell kind of cigarettes when you walk in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm home. Even though I don't smoke, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is a great time for you guys to be blown up on TikTok. That's how I think well, no, I was following you on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
But now is a great time to keep it going because a lot of these A&R people, they're watching TikTok. I mean, they're out there, checking out what's new, what's hot. And I'm glad to see you guys keeping on the road. Henry, you do it, right? TikTok? Yeah. I mean, how are you feeling about social media and where it's going right now with bands?
I mean, social media is great. It's one way we could definitely get our stuff out there worldwide without having to travel there and do it all. Like back in the day when a band had to go on tour to hit that area, people would hear it other than on the radio. So yeah, we can definitely put a video out there and get some traction. Hashtag it, viral video. Hopefully somebody picks it up and sees it in other places. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to a buddy of mine who's in Australia, and he's been playing this on the radio. And I double checked with him. Hey, you got the song? I said, we do have another one dropping. He said, well, as soon as you send it to me, I'll put it on his radio station. So
yeah,
we're trying to spread it out as possible.
What part of Australia? I've been to Sydney and Melbourne.
I'm sorry, look at that.
What part of Australia?
I'm not sure. I know his name's Isaac Banks.
Okay.
Yeah, Banks, Banks, and he's out of Australia. What part? I'm not sure. It's just
okay.
Yeah, Australian. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they have an amazing metal scene out there.
Yeah.
They have some of the loyalist fans for any of the bands that come through there. Yeah, I mean, just crazy. The clubs out there are very kind of grungy, almost like the LA clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was there with the Kings of Thrash.
I don't know. Hey, it says Australia. Let's get it to them. Let the guy play it over there.
Yeah. Like I said, they're big rock fans out there. They're a lot of, I mean, and like I said, they're really super loyal for sure.
Yeah.
Now, is there any, what? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna get out there. We have to go.
I can't. I'm having problems hearing Henry, for some reason. It's like echoing or something. It's okay.
Oh, we just got another member. Ashtar just walked in the building.
Oh, get him over here.
Yeah. Just get in. That 405 traffic though.
Right on.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I was just chatting with your band. You guys are amazing.
Cool.
Can't wait to see you guys in Vegas.
Yeah, we'll get out there.
Yeah, we'll definitely find a way out there.
Yeah, for sure. Now, before I let you guys go, why don't you tell everybody your socials and where they can find more out about your band?
Yeah, having trouble hearing each other. No, our socials on Instagram is Rising Elijah Official. Facebook's Rising Elijah Official. I don't know what you make the TikTok though.
We don't have one for TikTok.
It's just your own. It's just
on mine.
Oh, what's yours then?
Whatever videos are on there. Henry Rojas.
Yeah.
Hey, I believe, yeah.
Okay, and then you guys have Linktree or anything like that, or
no, we haven't set up a link tree. Instagram's probably like one of the best ways.
To do it.
Yeah, Rising Elijah Official, and then our website risingelijah.com. I mean, that's always
okay. Well, great. It was great having you on. Let's keep in touch. I'm waiting for you guys to come to Vegas.
Hey, you'll be the first person we hit up.
Awesome. You guys take care. Keep this music alive because we need bands like you to keep it going.
Send us some of the best clubs you have out there through our messenger, and that way we can do.
Yeah, we'll reach out.
Yeah, and I'll drop you a few names because I have some promoters out here that could probably hook you up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'll send them your way.
Cool. Hell yeah. Thank you.
All right, you guys take care. Stay cool out there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we'll talk soon.
Hell yeah. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Rising Elijah, what a great band out of LA. Definitely look for them. Their new single is Champagne Road. This is the Vegas Rock Goddess on the Rocks, total entertainment. Always like and subscribe to On the Rocks because you really never know who I will be interviewing next.